What time is it? Come on, guys. Big up to everyone in the house. Hope you're all doing good. Thank you very much for joining me again. I am back from my little break with the family. We went away for a little holiday. We are back now. So, yeah, I'm back live, man. And, yeah, big up to everyone. Hope you're all good. Thank you for being here yet again. I do appreciate it. I believe, as Football Content Factory underneath says, it is bang on. It is bang on. Endo time! Wataru Endo is the subject matter for today. And we're going to talk about the living legend himself, the man that I backed since day one. Backed him since day one. Everyone's now getting on the coattails of Jamie Phillips. That's what always happens around here. Everyone's getting on the coattails now. And, yeah, I backed this geezer, man. I backed this geezer since day one. But, yeah, man. Big up to everyone in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, all that good stuff. Back off my 5-day break. It seems like it's been forever, but it's only been 5 days. We're going to talk about everything that's been happening in football between the last 5 days since I haven't been live. Obviously, I didn't go live after the Sunday game after Manchester City because I was going on holiday. So we're going to talk about the City game back then. I just want to give you my points of view on it, why City and the refs are cheats. But we'll get to that again in a minute. But big up to everyone in the house. Don't forget, like, subscribe, shares. Big up to everyone. Hope you're all doing good. Big up, man. Sunday, how you doing, man? Jamie, also a question. I'm trying to start doing streams and vids. What do I need? I'm not that tech savvy type. Neither am I, my man. Neither am I. Just get yourself a camera and a microphone. Don't spend too much money on it straight away. That is one thing I will say. Just get yourself a decent mic and a decent camera. Don't go too overboard straight away. You know, go on Amazon, man. You can find decent 4K cameras, 1080p cameras, decent microphones on there that don't cost a lot of money. And then just start up a StreamYard account. Start up a StreamYard account. StreamYard accounts can go from free to different prices a month. And stream off that, man, and link it to your YouTube channel. And you're away, my friend. And you're away. You know, if I can do it, anyone can do it, because I've got the IQ of Wayne Rooney. You know, that's how thick I am. Got the IQ of Wayne Rooney. So if I can do it, you definitely can do it, my friend. You definitely can do it. Jamie, you interested in the preview for United Liverpool game? If that is tomorrow, just hit me up, my man. Just hit me up. WhatsApp, Twitter. You know where to catch me, man. You know where to catch me. Big up Trump Vigo in the house. Big up John in the house. Big up James in the house. Alexander. Edward, my man. Big up the UK Mac. I've just seen your WhatsApp. Let me sort you out in a second. Big up Kathy in the chat. Redbird in the chat. Makato in the chat. Krusty Brees, my friend. I hope you're doing well. No worries, man. Yeah, go for it. Just just decent camera, decent microphone. Get a StreamYard account. Bang, you're away. Yeah, that's what, no one's that fixed. See, I'm back, man. I'm back. The jokes are back. I'm back. It's Friday night. We're going to get a bit saucy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get K-Mac in here as well because he's my man. And, yeah, K-Mac's my man. And what am I going to say? He's going to come in and have his views as well. Talk about all the football. I ain't spoken to anyone. I haven't spoken to anyone. But for a week, been with the family, the kids have had a beautiful time on holiday. The kids have absolutely loved it. And I haven't spoken to anyone about any football apart from my dad. But I need to talk to you, man. I need to talk to you, man. Scraps is in the house, and Scraps, his favourite man, is coming on the show as well. Scraps loves... No, I actually think Scraps' his favourite content creator is K-Mac. That's what I'm going to say right now. I'll tell you. You know, I've got to have my friends on my show, man. I've got to have my friends on my show. You know this. These are my buddies. Yeah, there you go, Scraps. I knew it. I knew it. Much love to Scraps. Love my man. Yeah, Colin in the house. How you doing, Colin? Our DM actually made Kevin De Bruyne cry like a child. He did. He did. Yes. Endo. We're going to talk about Wataru Endo. I'm going to talk about the City game as well. I know the City game was last Sunday now, but I haven't been live. The last live video I did was Saturday. So I've been on holiday, so I haven't spoke about the City game. So I'm going to talk to you about the City game now and give you my points on that game. Then we had the Europa League game yesterday, the second leg, when Klopp was like, fuck it, let's play the best team I possibly can, because I don't like Sparta Prague. I don't know what Klopp's got against Sparta Prague. He fucking hates them. He just played the best team he possibly could and just went, fuck you. I'm going to annihilate you. And everyone was like, cool. Love it. I love Klopp. Love it. Let's get K-Mac in here as well. K-Mac, how you doing, man? Look at K-Mac.
I'm good. I'm good, mate. I'm good. How was your holiday? Good?
All good, man. All good.
Lovely. Yeah, Klopp. Yeah, Klopp hates that manager.
Oh man, yeah, Klopp was like, no, I'm not taking this shit. I'm going to play my best team, because I didn't know the team. Because as I say, I was on holiday. I weren't watching any football. I weren't really keeping up with a lot of Twitter and social media and all that. I was with the kids, and it was just when I was leaving my hotel. I was wearing my Liverpool shirt actually, and some geezer saw me coming out the hotel and he said, "Oh, you're already 4-0 up." I went, "I didn't even know we're like, are we? Jesus Christ!" And I was like, "Didn't even know the team."
Went to the toilet
Like,
and missed 3 goals.
All the kids scored. He went, "No, Salah got one, Nunez has got one, Gakpo's got one." I'm thinking, fucking hell. Did Klopp know we were 5-1 up? Did he forget that game?
He had a run-in with that guy when he was at Midfield, and his team were like hacking Liverpool players. So he's got a bit of beef. And yeah, just, and then you know what I like about it as well, mate? I just like the fact that we've got rhythm. Like, all the strikers scored again, and now we go into the Man United game.
Oh man, yeah, I'll go get that big up crusty brace. He said, "Why the hell did he put Klopp on his maniac?" Yeah, Virgil on. Yeah, so 15 minutes ago, Klopp goes 5-1. Virgil, you can come and have 15 minutes. It's like, why, Jurgen? Why? Look, it could have backfired and we could have serious issues, but it never backfired. So I understand why Klopp even played the strong team. I do get it. He wants to keep players in rhythm. I understand it, man. Klopp's trying to win every trophy, so he wants to keep players in rhythm. Mo played the full 90. You know, Harvey Elliott again. I'm gonna have to do a solo video about Harvey Elliott because that's a good footballer. I don't know why people hate him so much.
How's Elliott not got into the England team? Like, seriously, how is Elliott not in the England team now? And Hendo is.
Well, Henderson's in it because he's sucking Southgate off. We know this.
He doesn't need to play these games.
You know,
Henderson does not need to play friendlies.
You do know at the Euros, our midfield is going to be a Henderson, Rice double pivot, Bellingham in front, Saka on one side, Foden on the other side, and Harry Kane up top. Yeah, that's good. Big up, Redbird.
Big up, Redbird.
Big up you, man. Always love. Plus, it's Southgate. I mean, who's the geezer who's playing in? Who's the geezer Chelsea sold? I think he's playing in Italy and he's scoring goals at the moment. I think it's Italy.
Yeah. Why isn't he in the team as well? Yeah,
he's scoring goals. But Endo's just doing it.
Midfielder. Oh God, he's been around for about 40 years. It feels.
Chelsea let him go. I can't remember his name right now. But you know why? You know why Harvey Elliott? You know why Harvey Elliott ain't in the England team though? It's because Harvey Elliott's main asset is pressing, and England don't play a pressing game. So because England don't play a pressing game, is not, Harvey Elliott's never going to be in there. But Cole, look, Palmer probably deserves his call up as well. But there's so many that deserve call ups. But Curtis Jones was fit. I think he would have been called up as well.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
Joe Gomez got called up again. 4 years since his last international game.
Fingers and toes crossed.
If we're going by form right now as well, Joe Gomez and John Stones are the partnership, England, the centre back partnership. But Harry Maguire, I'm sure, will play, and that's why we won't win the Euros. But yeah, guys, we're going to talk about, as I said, Wataru Endo in 1 second. And we'll get to the City game. Actually, we'll get to the City game first. I want to leave the Wataru Endo stuff to the main event. So everyone's watching. Big up to everyone. 104 people already in here. Make sure you're hitting that fun button, the like button. It's free to do. It helps the channel grow. So please hit that like button. Let's try and get to 100 likes this video if we can. I'd appreciate it. We're going to get to the Endo stuff, guys. So just wait till the main event of the show, and we're going to talk all about Wataru Endo. signing of the season, and he's turning out that way. But I'm going to talk about the City game because obviously I weren't around all weekend and all week, so I want to quickly talk about the City game. For me, came out the first half, the first 25 minutes, I would say City bossed the game, and then I think the last 20, Liverpool started to take over a little bit of that first half. I actually think, although City, you could argue City were the best team in that first half, I think Liverpool created the better chances in that first half against City. What do you reckon, man?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, when it started, it felt a bit like the Arsenal game when they came to Anfield and they dominated and scored a set piece, just like Man City did actually. But then we just took control and started closing people down, started winning the battles, created some really good chances in that game. It's points lost for me, which is mad, which is mad, but it's points lost, and you know, even the Arsenal game at home, points lost. Man United game at home, points lost. Like, you know, that's how good we've been in games. But you know, if I was told you're going to get a draw against City and win the league, still, would you take it? I'd be like, yeah.
Definitely. Like, big up, keep it real. Big up all the mods as well. They came back channel, so make sure you go and sub to it. Yeah, when the game started in that first 25, 30 minutes of that game, I was like, geez, we're under the cosh a bit. I get it. We haven't got our full strength team out, so you pretty much have. It's going to be a bit of a hard game, but I don't ever see us losing at Anfield, so a draw is probably going to be happening in this game. And then when the second half kicked off, and we're about 20 minutes into the second half, I'm like, we should be 3 up.
Yeah.
And it's not even an exaggeration. I mean, Luis Diaz, look, I'm going to say this about Luis Diaz. I thought he actually had an exceptional game. I've not seen anyone play Kyle Walker like that in a while. Thought he had Kyle Walker on toast most of the game. His finishing let him down from being like this world-class display. But if I take the chances that he missed away, it's hard for me to have a go about his full performance through 90 minutes because I thought he gave everything. The man never stopped running. I literally don't know how Luis Diaz has got any leg strength at the moment because he's not stopped, you know, for the last few months. He just seems to play. I thought he had their fullbacks on toast. Foden, I don't think could get in the game because of Luis Diaz's defensive work as well. Yes, he missed the glaring chances he missed is unforgivable at times, but I can't have a go about his overall performance, if that makes sense, came out because his overall performance was very good in that game.
No, I can't either.
His finishing lacked. Yeah.
He's never been a finisher though, really. Like, and he's never really been a big creator. But you know, he had 2 clear-cut chances. Like, one of them was like really, really high percentage that should go in. It's a weird one because, like, if that fell to Nunez a couple of months ago, he probably would have done the same. And now we want those chances to fall to Nunez and not Diaz because Diaz misses them. But he's not been a finisher, but he was a real pain in the ass to them. Like he ran at their men so many times. Literally had, I mean, the bit where we took their DM and Walker and nutmegged them, and then ran around them, and then they caught up with him, and then he nutmegged them again. And then he played the ball off of Kanchi for a corner. But I'm just looking at his stats. Like, his stats weren't actually amazing. He had 4 dribbles. He successfully 4 times. His expected goals were 0.58, which is not as high as I thought it was. But he missed 2 big chances.
The 2 big chances, you know, They're bad. They're bad misses. I mean, I think the worst miss is probably the one from that beautiful Salah pass when he's.
Oh, what a pass by Salah!
Yeah, that Salah pass was phenomenal, and yeah, he should have smashed that in for me. He should have smashed that in. But before we carry on, big up my man here, the Herbsman. Big up. We can see what his herb of choice is. Big up the Herbsman,
Yep.
gifting 10 memberships. So big up the Herbsman there. Big up my friend. Big up my man.
Big up.
Much love to you, man. I appreciate that love, man. I appreciate that love. Go and get yourself a sponsor there, guys. Big up, everyone. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so Salah did one key pass in the entire game and created one big chance, and that was it. And sometimes that's what Salah does. Like, it's a weird one as well because he did that at Chelsea at the first away game of the season. He created that chance, which was an incredible pass for Diaz to score. And he did exactly the same again, but Diaz missed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's on. Like, that ball's on. Like, there must be something they've worked on. But yeah, Salah was a bit stinky in that game, if I'm honest, apart from that one pass. But
yeah, he didn't come on.
Back.
He didn't have the greatest game when he came on. Yeah, I mean, but their performance was fantastic. You watch that and you're like, we should have won. There's no doubt about it. But
taking Nunez off was a weird one. Just didn't. I don't know. Felt like the air came out of the balloon when he came off.
Yeah.
Just for the threat, like the threat of having someone to run behind like that, because then it was all on Diaz.
Yeah.
It should have been out of sight.
Yeah, it was a great performance by the Reds. I thought Liverpool had a fantastic performance, and when you end of the game, you're like, we should have won. Look, and the penalty at the end. Look, we all know it's a penalty. Everyone watches football knows there's a penalty. I've watched back the footage many times. Everyone's got it wrong. McAllister actually touches the ball first. It comes off his chest and it goes onto the defender's foot. Said it many times now.
If you ever want to send your blood pressure through the roof, just watch that again. Watch that again.
It's so annoying. But look, we all know that referee won't go give him anything. We all know this. We all know the who owns the referees in the UAE, and we all know is the lead ref for over there. Well, these are the rumours anyway. The association, the rumours that are going online that a certain journalist put up on Twitter this week. Do I know if they're real allegations? Who knows? But it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And look, Manchester City are probably the only team that has not had a negative VAR decision go against them.
In how many years?
And I think
exactly.
I think
this isn't like this isn't like just happened. This is like over years. They never had negativity.
Every team in the Premier League, every single team in the Premier League has had a really bad decision from VAR and an apology or something like that. Apart from Manchester City.
Yeah.
But look, it's a penalty. We all know it was, but there was no way he was going to give a penalty in the 97th minute. No way.
But he would against Liverpool, by the way. He would against us.
Oh, yeah. I can guarantee you now, if Kwanzaa did what Doku done, then it's a penalty.
And a red card, probably.
Yeah, I'm one of the people who actually said that Ederson should have been sent off because, where he fouled Darwin, he's probably going wide. He's probably going wide. But the problem is the net's empty. No one's around.
It's a red card.
Yeah. I thought it was mad, man.
If that's in the centre, that's a red card. So they're trying to go, he's too far wide. Have you seen where Nunez can score from?
Yeah, I know. It's probably Darwin's sort of position.
It's Darwin's territory, but just madness.
But if he was banging in front of the goal, but on the side with a ridiculous angle with an empty net, Darwin's scoring that. There's no doubt about it.
He only hits bangers, not tap-ins.
Darwin's my man. I love Darwin. I need to talk about Darwin quickly because Darwin his numbers are really creeping up this season, and I think they're going a bit unnoticed.
He's
You know,
got
his goals is
he's got 16 goals and 13 assists now, hasn't he?
yeah, and he got like 35 GA this season.
He's got 9 and 9 now.
His
Bit naughty.
contribution is
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's
People need to
ridiculous.
shut up now. They really do.
I just don't understand
Oh, he's got
people not
17.
understanding.
Sorry. I was out
17
by one.
goals in all comps. Only Salah, I believe, has got more assists and goals than Darwin.
Yeah.
And that's Salah, who just scored his 20th goal in 7 consecutive seasons. Only Ian Rush has done that for Liverpool.
Oh, actually, I want to talk about that. I've got a brilliant photo that I downloaded, which has got all his goals on. Oh yeah, okay. This is worth saying out, by the way. 2017, 2018, 44 goals.
It's mad, isn't it?
2018, 2019, 27 goals. 2019, 2020, 23 goals. 2020, 2021, 31 goals. 2021, 2022, 31 goals. 2022, 2023, 30 goals. And 2023, 2024 so far, 20 goals. When they asked Klopp about it, Klopp he was just like, has he? Oh my god. I think Klopp had like a little bit of a heart attack when they actually brought that up about those stats.
Yeah, it's
more records for Mo.
Yeah, it's just mad. It's just mad. It's definitely not unnoticed. Everyone mentions Nunez' GA after the game. Yeah, I mean, not Liverpool fans scraps. That's what I mean by it, my friend. That's what I mean by it. You know, I was watching Rio Ferdinand's YouTube show earlier on when they were picking a combined Man United 11, combined Liverpool Man United 11, and he's trying to put Højlund in front of Nunez. And the Liverpool fan was like, "Oh, Darwin, obviously." And he went, "Why? What does Darwin actually do?" No, and he was being honest about it. And I'm like, do you not realise Darwin's numbers this season? It's mad. This is what
Rio,
I'm saying.
Nunez would have killed you.
Yeah.
People don't twisted your hamstrings out.
Darwin's a player, man. He's getting better and better and better. And any worries I had about Darwin last season, I'll take it all back. I've admitted that. He's becoming an extremely important player. He's becoming like our Mane, our new Mane. Obviously, he's nowhere near the footballer Mane is. Mane was elite. I'm not going to say that, but he's becoming that important player like him. We've always had two in our attack.
Yeah.
You know, that gets the goals and creations. You know, that was Mo and that was Mane, and then Bobby did his thing, and Bobby was incredible as well. And Jota could be like the Bobby, and then we've got Darwin and Mo now. This is why them two have to play every week. Darwin and Mo will create or score goals in every single game they play, K-Mac, won't they?
Yeah. But the thing about the Bobby one as well, Bobby was deadly, but he just didn't get many chances because he was too busy creating for the others. That was what got missed out of him. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the funny thing I've seen is, and I've seen this a lot now, is when Nunez scores goals, the commentators try to make it out like they weren't good goals.
Yeah, they're trying to make it out like he doesn't mean it or something like that.
Yeah, I'm watching it more often. It's like, that's the goalkeeper's fault. Shut up! It was in the top bin from 30 yards. 2 goalies weren't saving that.
Yeah, it's just they
he kicked it into the floor. Oh, it took it. No, it didn't. Replay it. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm just
it does
shut up now.
This is a great comment. Darwin is coached by the two of the best coaches in the world, Bielsa and Klopp. His progress is perfect. Yeah, exactly. Jamie, apart from Torres and Suarez, all our players have been underrated by pundits and other fans. Yeah, all the time, man. All the time. You know, and by some of the fan base itself as well. Let's be truthful here. But yeah, Darwin again.
Carragher still bangs on about bloody Torres and that lot. Like, give the new guys some credit, man. Like,
Carragher didn't think it was a penalty. I mean, that's enough to tell you. I don't know what Carragher's. I don't know what the matter with Jamie Carragher is at the moment. But yeah, it's a bit of a wally, only. I think Hamza in the chat. You're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Gakpo on Thursday getting 2 goals as well. I'm really happy for him. He almost got the hat trick, but it's ruled off. But I'm really happy for him. You know, he got 2 goals playing left wing. Klopp, where he plays. Take notice of Jurgen. You know, he plays left wing and he can drift into the middle. And if he it's a bit like Jota. When Jota plays left wing, he drifts into the middle unnoticed, don't he? Because that's more natural for him to play like that. Same with Gakpo, play left wing, drift into the middle. It's better for him. Yeah, I'm happy for Cody. I'm happy for Cody. Look, people might call it stat padding. I don't know why stat padding is such a thing now. You know, I don't understand it, Came. I don't understand stat padding. If you're scoring goals and you're winning football matches, I don't care who you're scoring them against. Not everyone scores against the big teams all the time. Do you know what I mean? That's why they're the big teams. But yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Well, what would you rather they did? Not score or assist? Like,
yeah, it's like, mad.
Isn't that their job? Like, they're doing a really good job if they're scoring. Like, Cody's a confidence player, so the fact that he's got a couple of goals, I mean, I've got to be honest, he absolutely shanked that hat-trick shot. Like,
yeah, he did.
He should have scored that. He really should have. Because that goalie was just there for the taking. Like, their whole defence was just a mess.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine their manager. Yeah, guys, what we want to do is we just want to keep it tight for the first 10. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what we want to do now is we want to stop conceding.
I love the fact that I love the fact that Klopp tried to tell him to stop defending. He's trying to tell his Liverpool players to stop defending. It's like, no, just kill him. I just want to see blood. I want to see pure violence. Stop defending. I just want to see pure violence. Klopp's a madman. He's an absolute madman. Jamie, the agenda has been going on for the last few years with us. Anything for us, they're quick to move on, but they look at any excuse to give a decision against us. Sometimes they just blatantly give decisions. Yeah, I've noticed that with VAR against Liverpool this season. When something happens to Liverpool, you know, so say, you know, there's an off. We're playing, I don't know, Man City again. Man City score a goal, but it's just offside or just on. But they look at it at VAR for about 3.5 minutes. Yeah, Liverpool score a goal, right, and they're completely onside. They don't even look at VAR and still rule it out. I have noticed that a lot this season. That, yeah, I don't know what it is. I literally don't know what it is. Like,
it's called an agenda, mate.
It's massive, man.
They don't want Liverpool to win the league. No, they want Arsenal and they want Man City. They want Arsenal to win the league more now. It's pretty obvious.
And they, in UEFA, are absolutely bricking it at the moment because they don't think Dublin can hold the Europa League final because they've just realised. UEFA didn't realise this, but they just realised that Liverpool are quite a big club, and
there's loads of fans in Ireland.
Yeah, and like Scousers almost call themselves Irish anyway.
Yeah,
and
I know.
They're thinking that 51,000 is maybe a bit small if Liverpool get to Europa League final, being that it'd be Jurgen Klopp's last game, and it could be against a West Ham, it could be against a Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, it's just
I think it's very possibly going to be West Ham. You know, West Ham look good. Like in Europe, they look good.
Let's get to the draw.
Bayern were lucky twice. They were lucky to get a draw in Russia and they were lucky to get a draw in. They were lucky to win at home. 92nd minute or something.
Yeah, they were very lucky to beat Karabag, but
Karabag.
Karabag 10p.
I think that's what their team's worth.
Look, the draw was a good draw for Liverpool. I think Atalanta are a good footballing side. I've watched them a few times. They play very intense, very good eye-catching football. I just don't think that. It's just Liverpool go full strength in them games. We're going to talk about injuries in a minute.
And Atlanta are 5th. They're in 5th place. They're not.
They play nice on the eye football. Yeah. Intensity, high press, all this sort of stuff. But they're not going. I think that's a good draw for Liverpool. And then obviously the semi-final is either
that's an even better draw. That one.
Benfica or Marseille, and
We battered both of them recently.
I just feel, I just feel like we're going to the final, and that I'd love it to be West Ham to be an all English final. I think that'd be really nice. My only thing is though, because Liverpool get this all the time. No other club gets this, but Liverpool. We always get criticised for the team we beat in a final. Have you noticed this?
Yeah.
Oh, we won Champions League under Klopp, but you beat Tottenham in the final. Did you get to the final? It's my answer to all this. Did you actually get to the final? No.
Did you see who Tottenham beat to get to the final?
Yeah, exactly. It's just it's a big Man City and Ajax on the way, guys.
Yeah,
you know
not bad.
They weren't pushovers. But I can guarantee you right now, if West Ham get to the final, which I'd like for as an Englishman, an All England European final, would be nice. But the people will go, oh, you beat West Ham for a European trophy, you beat Tottenham. So Klopp's 2 European trophies, you beat Tottenham and West Ham. That is what people will say because they're idiots. But look, West Ham have got to get past Bayer Leverkusen, which I think they will. I've just got a feeling they're going to beat Bayer Leverkusen over 2 legs.
Me too.
But then it's either Roma or AC Milan. And I'm going to say it now. I would love it to be Liverpool West Ham. I believe
you want it to be AC, don't you? Like old
I
school.
believe I would love it to be an AC. I think Liverpool AC Milan final is bigger than the Champions League final. Now we've seen the draw.
It will be. It will.
Now we've seen the draw for the Champions League.
Yeah,
it's either going to be an El Clasico final between Real Madrid and Barcelona. It could be Manchester City versus PSG. Or it could be Arsenal against PSG, or it could be Arsenal against Barcelona, or it could be PSG against Real Madrid. In my opinion, none of them is better than Liverpool versus AC Milan in the Europa League final.
God, that'll be the third in my lifetime, like AC Milan final in Europe. Like
that would be mad for
mad.
Name value. I know AC Milan are not the team they used to be, obviously, but for name value. For European heritage, and I'm talking about European actual heritage, not this pan shop heritage at City. Real heritage. 6 Champions Leagues, Liverpool. 7 Champions Leagues, AC Milan. 2 UEFA, is it 2 or 3 UEFA Cups of Liverpool? Multiple European Cups of AC Milan. We're talking about heritage. Liverpool AC Milan is a bigger name game on paper than the Champions League final will be. That for me is where it should be.
But I do say West Ham because they've got experience. They won a trophy last year, like they won the Conference League. So I do feel like and they could have beat Freiburg at their ground. Like they had big chances. That's the reason why I say West Ham, and it feels like West Ham are kind of clicking as well. Like they're like kudos. Like if Xabi Alonso comes to us, the first player he should sign is Kudus. I don't care how much he costs.
Yeah, Kudus is a good player.
He is an insanely good player who was just took to the Premier League. And he came from Holland, by the way.
Saying that Kudus is best. I would argue though, Kudus' best performance at West Ham this season have been in Europe.
Yeah.
I'd argue that because
he scored some good goals in the Prem as well, though.
The weird thing about West Ham is they seem to be more front-footed. Yeah, West Ham doing a good job. I don't get why David Moyes is hated. I don't get it.
I don't understand. He won a cup last season.
Like he won a European.
He's got credit in the bank.
He's now been to 3 European. He's been to 3 European quarterfinals in a row now.
Yeah,
3 years in a row. He's been to a quarterfinal or more in Europe.
What do they want?
And then
they just want Rice back, don't they? That's what it is.
You don't play the West Ham way.
They just want Rice back.
Don't play the West Ham way. What's the West Ham way?
What's the West Ham way?
The West Ham way when I was growing up was Division 1. I don't want the West Ham ways. But look,
what are you talking about? Like Bobby Moore stuff?
Yeah,
styles.
West Ham won the World Cup.
Okay, yeah, like 40 years ago. Okay, was anyone alive to see the West Ham way?
Yeah, it's mad, man. It's mad. But look, Liverpool for me will get to Europa League final.
That's a great comment. That James MK. United had the choice, Anthony or Kudus.
They did. They were the two that were given the choice of. I remember this. And they said, no, Anthony's our man. Again, it's because Anthony, do you know why they went with Anthony? Because Anthony at that time was a bigger name than Kudus, because Anthony was trending more on social media. People were looking at the skills. Everyone was talking about this Brazilian lad in Holland for Ajax at the moment. He's doing all these tricks. He looks great on the ball. He's dribbling. He looks fantastic. Could be the next big thing. That's what all the talk was. No one was really talking about Kudus like Anthony. And that's what United did, because Man United buy people who's trending. I've been saying this for time. And Liverpool, they buy people that suit the manager's system. And that's the difference.
Yep.
And talking about systems, let's just talk about him. Look, for me, let's go back to the summer. Let's go all the way back. Let's take it all the way back to the summer. So as we know, Liverpool were looking for a defensive midfielder all summer because Fabinho left. We were trying to go for Lavia. I understand why we're trying to go for Lavia. When you watch Lavia at Southampton and you watch the way our midfield plays, Lavia, I think, would have done a good job for Liverpool to this day. Yep. I actually believe that, the way he played. So Liverpool very much had him in charge. Messed around. They didn't want to pay the 50-odd million, which I agree with. They didn't want to pay that much money for him at the time. So they looked elsewhere.
50, 59,
yeah,
or
and then the money went up and up and up and up, didn't it? It was ridiculous. And then obviously they try to buy Caicedo. Now, the rumours of the Caicedo bid, if it is to be believed, so the rumours of the Caicedo bid is that because Liverpool didn't spend the money on Jude Bellingham and Klopp was a bit pissed off about it, if you listen to what apparently the truth about this is, Klopp was really peed off that we didn't buy Jude Bellingham. And he felt a bit pissed off with the owners that they lied to him. So they tried to make it up to Jurgen because, let's get this right, this ownership does not want you lose Jurgen Klopp. Who would want to lose Jurgen Klopp? Yeah. So they wanted to make it up for him. So that's why Billy Hogan himself, not our sporting director, not Jurgen Klopp, no one else at the club, Billy Hogan himself made the bid to Brighton for Caicedo. That's why it was all done badly, because if he actually went through the sporting director, we might have spoken to Caicedo first, and then he would have told us nah, and then we wouldn't have bid at all and looked like divs. But we went straight in there to apologise for Jurgen. We tried to get him Caicedo, yeah, and break a British transfer record, which shows also that there is money there to spend if they really want to. But all that left egg on our face. We went back in for Lavia. He told us to fuck off. So we was like, right, who's out there? And Jurgen, I'm going to give Jurgen Klopp a lot of credit here. I'm going to give Jurgen a lot of credit. He went to the board and to George smacked. Wataru Endo. I've been wanting this player for 3 years. I've been wanting Endo for 3 years, but the ownership for free previously, meaning Michael Edwards, because that's who he meant by it. Yeah, because he was a sporting director, didn't want Wataru Endo because of his age at the time. He was 27, right? And it didn't fit our profile. And if you look at Michael Edwards' profile buying players and when to sell players, it's around 27, 28. You know, he wants to recycle them. So he didn't want Endo in the door. That's who Klopp meant by it when he said, I wanted him 3 years ago, but they said no because of his age. And he knew it was Michael Edwards at the time. And Klopp was right, because Wataru Endo, yeah, that man right there. Wataru Endo does fit what we want to do. And, you know, we bought, was it 15 million quid? 15 million quid. And, yeah, is he the best player? No. Is he a perfect player? No. But is he a perfect player in our system? Yes. Is he better? Is he a better footballer than everyone thought? Yes. Is he a Rodri DM? No. Is he a Rice DM? No. But is he a ball playing DM? Yes. Can he build up play from that position? Yes. I heard some punditry the other day. It really pissed me off. Yeah. They were trying to praise Wataru Endo, right? Right. They were trying to praise Wataru Endo, saying he keeps it simple. No, he fucking don't. Have you seen the passing range Endo's got? Oh, he just keeps it simple. He keeps it simple.
No, that's bollocks. Hendo kept it simple.
Hendo kept it simple.
Endo
is trying to do positive passing. He's always looking for that positive pass into the feet all the time.
Yeah.
Now Endo's been amazing for us, and You know, he fits our style and our system, and it's incredible. And that's all I ever want. You meant to buy players that suit your manager's style and system. That's how you're successful. It's like me. I don't know. I'm working somewhere and I need a certain nail for this job, and I'll send someone to the shops to get, I don't know, 4mm nail, and they come back with an 8mm nail because it looks better, but it can't do the job or whatever, you know. Wataru Endo does the job in this system. This is what I'm saying. I'm just looking at this year. I'm not looking at the years ahead or anything like that because of his age. I'm just looking at this season only. The job he's done for me, for the money he cost, I believe he's the signing of the summer. Now, I need everyone to argue against me. If you need to argue against me in the chat, argue against me. Let's go for it. Let's talk about it. Let's debate about it. But
Can I
for this
give
season
you
only,
stats against Man City, by the way?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Man City just won the treble. Like, obviously, like Man City, the stats on Man City are if they score a goal, it's been 88 games since they've lost a game that they've scored the first goal in. Okay, that's how good Man City are against teams when they take the lead. Endo, 72 touches, 95% pass accuracy, one key pass, if you remember that one, which was a glaring chance that was missed again. 4 out of 5 duels won, ground duels, 2 out of 2 aerial duels, little guy. 2 clearances, 2 interceptions. Nobody dribbled past him.
Yeah.
No one.
No, I agree.
He was absolutely world class. He was world class. That's all you can say about him. He didn't have a brilliant game. He was world class in the middle of the park. Like, have you heard what Dominic Szoboszlai said about him in the Europa League press conference when they asked him about Endo? He said Endo was the type of player that you run past, and then when you look up, he's in front of you again.
Yeah.
He goes, he's in 2 places at once.
For someone who's not that quick, because Endo, look, his pace is a negative against him. There's no doubt about that. But positionally, he's very good. Look, Fabinho never had pace. Fab, we loved Fab. He never had pace. But what was his greatest asset? Reading the game. And because he was world class at reading the game, his positioning was world class. So he didn't need that. He didn't need pace. You know, he didn't need it. It's only his legs started to go towards the end of the last season because he got played so much. I honestly believe, and I've said this before, I honestly believe if we signed Wataru Endo 3 years ago, Fabinho would still be at Liverpool now because he would have been rested more. He would have been rested more. Yeah, he would have been rested more. He would have been available more. You know, you could play Endo in games and Fabinho could take time out. I literally do think that looking at it now, the way Wataru Endo plays, because he's a Jurgen Klopp player. Jurgen Klopp
3 years ago, if we'd have had Endo and Fabinho rotating as DMs, we'd have won the quad. Telling you, we'd have won the quad. We'd have completely dominated midfield. The reason we didn't win the quad is because we had too many knackered midfielders. It's just, you know, we couldn't keep control of games all the way through, and you know, really fine margins we lost the quad on anyway. But those two would have made a difference massively.
Yeah, definitely. More
I mean, are you going to talk about someone else as well? Because I think I think the big man Keller, big Kev needs a good talk about as well.
We're going to talk about a few, but big up my man here says, I love Endo. What a player. He came to Liverpool to play for the club, not money. His wage is only approximately 50 grand a week. Yeah, man, it's just, that tells you everything, man. Like, I'm sure some people are going to be really angry that he's only on 50 grand a week for some reason. But yeah, Endo, Wataru Endo has been, look, it took a while to get used to Liverpool. We all know this. He weren't great when he came in, but neither was Fabinho. You know, we quickly forget Fabinho weren't great when he first came to Liverpool, and it
Nearly
took
got
to
loaned
about
out.
yeah,
Nearly got loaned out.
it took till about October, November for Fab to really get down to what Jurgen wanted. You know, we saw him at the beginning of the season. He came out for a while, and around October, November time in his first season, Fabinho knew what he wanted to do. He knew the system, the style, what Klopp wanted him to do, and then from that day on, he was tremendous. And if you look at Wataru Endo this season, didn't start tremendously well. He came in against and made his debut against 10 men against when Liverpool's 10 men against Newcastle away. You know, we won that game. And the more he's played, the better he's got. He's used to the team. He knows he's got up to pace with the Premier League within a season. I think that's really good. You know, he's 30 years old, never really played at the highest of levels, club-wise. And he's already up to pace to the Premier League. You know, we look at a lot of players that come in and they take a whole season sometimes. So that's credit to Wataru Endo. It really is. And he's performing at a level. Look, him and McAllister against City. When was the last time you saw De Bruyne go off in a big game like that?
When was the last time you seen De Bruyne take a paddy on the touchline because he never touched the ball in midfield because of them?
Just got outplayed. McAllister and Endo just outplayed Rodri.
2 seconds. I've just got to get my headphone charge.
Yeah. Just outplayed them, man. For me, Rodri and Declan Rice have probably been the two best DMs all season from start to finish. But you know, Douglas Luiz as well, but he's more progressive. He's more of a progressive DM. You know, Endo's right up there in DMs this season. He really is. And what he does to the whole team. You know, I thought my dilemma of it was when Liverpool got their whole midfield back, which they're about to because the injuries are coming back now. So when Liverpool get their whole midfield back after the international break, I was thinking, right, Wataru Endo will probably go out of the team. He'll probably play with McAllister, Curtis Jones, and Szoboszlai in that midfield three. And now I'm thinking of it, and the more I watch Wataru Endo and the more we play, I look at it now thinking, I don't think you can drop Wataru Endo. I really don't. He's that important to our midfield in that DM position that you need him in the team. Wataru Endo in that number 6, McAllister on the one side of him, and then it's a pick. It's a pick for me in rotation. It's Curtis Jones 1 week, maybe Gravenberch 1 week, Szoboszlai 1 week. I don't think Szoboszlai and McAllister playing together with Endo is as nailed on certainty right now. But McAllister and Endo are. And then it's someone else to go with them. Because that's how well Wataru Endo is playing right now. Playing fantastic. He's dual, and everyone kept going on about ball winning, dual wins, all this dual winning, grand dual shit that everyone likes to go on about. Yeah. By the way, Endo's got better at that now. He wins the ball back all the fucking time. You know, all the time now. No one chats about it. His passing range is excellent. His forward passing is excellent. His progressive passing is excellent. He's playing against big teams now. And guess what? Wataru Endo's never lost when he plays. We have never lost when Wataru Endo plays. That's mad. Do you know how impressive that stat is? Wataru Endo is a fantastic player, man. He's excellent for us. He's technically very good. Yeah, I don't know what more there is to say about Wataru Endo. I'm just glad people are starting to realise how important he is for our football club. Is he? And I keep saying it. Is he perfect? No. Is he Rodri? No. Is he Declan Rice? No. But he's perfect for us. This is what people don't seem to understand. He works for us.
Yep.
I don't care if people don't rate him like Declan Rice or Rodri. I don't give a shit about all that. I'm not putting him up there for that, with that. But Liverpool are top of the league. Liverpool are in the quarterfinals of the Europa League with pretty nice draws, probably get to the final. Liverpool playing Manchester United on Sunday in the FA Cup quarterfinal. If they win that, it's another trip to Wembley in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. We're second in the league on goal difference to Arsenal. You know, and Endo is a massive reason, massive reason for that in a whole brand new midfield. You know, it's only this time last year our midfield was Henderson, Milner, Thiago, and Fabinho. 0 legs.
Yep.
0 legs. Now look at it. Now look at the difference. That's why I'm saying, for me, Wataru Endo for 16 million quid. 16 million quid in today's game. in the football today, and he's a first teamer, 16 million quid. How is that not the sign of the season, K-Mac?
Insane. I've said this before. If we can keep Endo and McAllister on the pitch in games for the rest of the season, I think we'll win the lot. I just do. Like, they dominate so much of the ball. Like, it's so important to win that battle. Like, it's just so important. And to have a guy that can do that, and also another guy next to him in McAllister, who's been trained how to do that, but can also create and control. It's so important. He's the first person on the team sheet for me, like in on like an actual outfield player, apart from the goalkeeper, obviously. But yeah, he's absolutely phenomenal this season.
Yeah, do you remember when we lost that in Amrabat? Jesus.
I was kicking off like.
Yeah,
I actually wanted Amrabat, by the way.
I ain't gonna lie. The World Cup, maybe why you shouldn't watch players at the World Cup and think they're good. At the World Cup, Amrabat did look amazing. There's no doubt about it. But he can't move. He can't move. He literally can't move. He can't even walk. And you watch and this is another thing with Wataru Endo. Have you noticed how his movement is more smooth now as well?
Yeah,
his movement on the pitch is much more smoother now. Yeah, I don't care what about next season or anything like that. And Klopp leaves and someone else comes in, Endo might not suit the system or anything like that next season. That's all cool. I'm just chatting about this single season. And Wataru Endo has been a massive, massive push for us getting all these titles at the moment.
I think Endo's got a lot more to his game than just the tackle though. So yeah, okay, yeah, Scrapes, yeah, you got me on that one. I did talk about Tyler Adams. He's been injured all season, so glad we didn't touch him.
Oh man, do you remember Tyler Adams? Yeah, Jesus. Endo's amazing. I don't know how he went under the radar for so long. I don't know how good he was when he was younger, but his performances now surprise me. He didn't play for a bigger club sooner. This is the thing with certain players like Wataru Endo, though, and a certain demographic of footballer. They sometimes get overlooked. It's all about scouting. You know, you've got to have good scouting. You've got to have good relationships and know players that suit your system. They're not always going to be fashionable. Now, Wataru Endo is not a fashionable footballer, but if you watch the World Cup, he was great. Only the Japanese captain. Yeah. It was the captain for Stuttgart. He's obviously got leadership qualities. He's a technically nice, gifted footballer as well, and they go overlooked. A lot of players sometimes go overlooked because they don't search for a certain demographic. A lot of people, are looking for big name footballers. Depends where you are. Like Real Madrid wouldn't go for someone like him. They're looking for that big name in the headlight sort of footballer. Same with people like Man United and Man City. But Liverpool aren't. Liverpool are looking at a player that no one's really looking at. Like Robbo at left back. Got him from Hull. A few years before we got him from Hull, he's working in Marks and Spencer's, for goodness sake. And we got him in at left back, and no one was really looking at him, and because he worked in a Klopp system. Klopp looked at him, and Michael Edwards looked at him and thought, right, that player would work really well in your system. What you want to do with his fullbacks. He's got energy for days. He's got good crossing accuracy. He's got good technique. He's actually a good defender. And they're overlooked because he's not that marquee. But Liverpool Football Club don't look like that. They look at players that haven't got that marquee name a lot of the time and get them in. And yeah, I like it's just proof.
We got this guy coming back.
Yeah,
this is what we'll do.
If you look at the players we've been listed with lately as well, the players I've never heard of. And there's players out there. There's so many very good footballers out there that don't cost a lot of money that you can bring in and will do bits for your club if they suit your system, and they will get improved by good coaching. Now, Klopp's elite. If Xabi Alonso comes in, he's proven at the moment that he's a good coach. Good coaching in a great system with the right player, it works. Look at the players Man United have got. They're struggling because they don't know what they're playing. It's mad. Is Wataru Endo better than Casado? Maybe not. Is Wataru Endo better than Enzo Fernandez? Maybe not. But I tell you what, I don't give a shit because he works for Liverpool. I don't care if people go online and go, "Oh, Enzo Fernandez is twice the footballer as Endo. If he was just playing for Liverpool, you'd see a different player." Cool. That's your fault. That's not ours. Yeah, I don't care. Wataru Endo's a Liverpool player. He's doing bits for Liverpool, and that's all I give a shit about at the end of the day, K-Mate. You know what I mean?
Ashley hit the nail on the head, spot on there, mate, and that's the way we run now. Data says he is. And sorry, yeah, it's scraps, not scrapes. Sorry, mate. Keep on calling you the wrong name. I'm sorry.
Oh, Scraps is going to have it out with you. Scraps is
he's gonna have a scrap.
He's going to come for you. Yeah, Endo's got good off football IQ, man.
I think we've actually got both Japanese team captains for the women's as well. I think we've got the women's captain and the men's captain at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen a video. It was like a Liverpool press release that we've got the Japanese captain in the women's team as well. I can't remember her name. So we've got both. I tell you what, you're selling shirts.
Oh,
you're selling shirts. So it is a bit of a coup. Like, I reckon we probably made a lot more money off merchandise having Endo than the actual price he cost us. Can guarantee that one. There's a lot of people in Japan who buy his shirt.
Yeah. Look, Wataru Endo, he's been great for Liverpool Football Club. And I think Declan Rice has been excellent for Arsenal. I think for Tario, who's been excellent for Spurs in goal, who only cost 18 million quid as well. These have all been excellent buys and bits of business. Kudos to West Ham. There's been some excellent transfer business this summer. But if we're going on what a player's done to our team and for the price he cost, and no one knowing how good of a footballer he was, how is Wataru Endo not? It's for me, it's between him and the Tottenham goalkeeper, because no one was really looking at Vicario and going, "What a goalkeeper!" 18 million quid is he's probably the best goalkeeper in the Premier League this season. He's been excellent, yeah. And then, but no one knew Wataru Endo. Everyone knew Declan Rice. Declan Rice is easy. Declan Rice, we always knew at West Ham was a very good footballer, really good footballer, yeah. And he was always going to leave West Ham, but it's always going to cost you between 80 and 105 million for Declan Rice, and that's what it happened to be. But no one knew about Endo. This is my thing on it. No one knew about Wataru Endo. Remember when we signed him? I was doing a live when it was breaking news. We didn't know who the fuck he was. I think he was with me, came out. No one knew who he was. Who's this guy? No one knew. What have we done here?
We signed Hendo back.
Yeah, and everyone thought it was a laughing stock because we went from Lavia the Casado to Wataru Endo, and everyone's like, typical FSG, blah, 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 cheap option. It was the right option.
Perfect.
It was the correct option.
We thought we got ripped off.
And yeah, exactly. And no one knew how good he would be. No one. And he comes to our football club for 16 million quid. Monster. And he's performing at the level he is, where Liverpool are in every single competition, and he's just won a League Cup as well. He's got a trophy in the bag already. None of these have already. None of these have. Endo's got a trophy in the bag already. That's why, for me, at this moment in time, he's the signing of the damn season. That's true, Jay. No Liverpool fan won't end. Exactly. I picked this man up constantly. Bigged him up, man. Bigged him up.
He did.
And when everyone said Liverpool
need to give Jamie his flowers. Everyone in the chat now, flowers for Jamie. He said Endo all the time. In fact, everyone write Endo time. Come in the chat. Yeah. Light it up.
Endo is just and he's been excellent. And when everyone kept saying, "Oh, we need a DM, we need a DM," I was like, "We got a DM." All Liverpool content creators are going, "We need a DM, I'm like, "We got a DM." He's just not playing yet because he's got to work into Klopp's system. He's not. He's 30. He's never played at this level. give him a chance at club level anyway. Give him a chance. He will be, and now he's trying, and everyone's seen it now, and everyone's like, Jesus, Endo's actually better than we all give him credit for. I was watching big up Culture Cams and that on their channel the other day. I was watching them, and they were talking about Endo and going, he's absolutely brilliant. He's fantastic. He's just doing a great job at the moment. But he's starting to get his flowers, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. And, he's going to have a good season. He's signing in the summer for me, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. What do you reckon, came out? You're signing in the summer? I mean, Vicario for Tottenham is up there as well. For 18 million quid. Yeah.
I can't wait for him to smash Bruno Fernandes on Sunday.
Yeah, man.
Just take out that little whinging fuck. Sorry.
But yeah, Bruno is getting smashed up by Endo. And obviously, look, do you know what this has helped out with Endo playing in this 6 now constantly? Alexis McAllister. You're seeing his full potential. Again, if Endo was able to do what he's doing now at the beginning of the season and fitted in straight away, I think we'll all be talking about McAllister, man, for 35 million quid. It's just
insane.
That price tag. When we look at this in a couple of years' time, we're going to sit there and go, we got McAllister for 35 million quid. An Argentinian World Cup winning midfielder who's not even hit his prime yet for 35 million quid. Do you know how mad that is in today's market, K-Mac? It's mad.
It's the type of Edwards signing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. I was signed by his progeny, though, wasn't it? So by Julian Ward. Yeah. So, it's an incredible signing. It just is an incredible signing. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Like, scored a really, really cold penalty against City where he had to wait 8 minutes on the spot for that, while their goalie was rolling around on the floor, making the most of it, and just popped it in the corner, and then should have got a second.
What are we saying for McAllister? Always on penalties now?
Yeah. The only thing about it though is like when people were talking about like we should have got a penalty, we would have won that. I was like, Salah might have took it, so we might not have.
Yeah, I love Mo.
He might have shanked it.
I understand why Mo. I understand why Mo wants to take him, but yeah,
I think he would have took that, because he's looking for that 20th goal, isn't he? He's got it now, but it would have all been about getting that 20th goal. But yeah, like, I would have wanted Mac to just take it again.
Yeah, look, it's McAllister's got to stay on penalty. He's just doing bits out, man. He's looking phenomenal. What a great footballer he is, and we're starting to see how good he actually is now in his position. There's another midfielder I quickly want to talk about, and that is Szoboszlai. And I just saw a mad stat on Szoboszlai today. He's got 7 goals this season for a midfielder.
Yeah, I know.
And is it 3 assists?
Yeah,
7 goals. He's got 10 GA this season for a midfielder.
I did say 10 for him, like, and people laughed at me like.
That's not bad, he's had injuries, he's been in and out a little bit, and he's got 10 GA this season from midfield. I don't know, remember the last midfielder who got that for us, but he's not everyone's favourite at the moment. He's having issues, there's no doubt about it, but he's got 10 GA this season, 7 goals. I didn't realise it till I saw that stat, and I was like, I looked back on it and I was like, shit, he has actually, yeah.
He pops up every now and again, doesn't he? Like when we do like 4 or 5, he's always got one in there. But I think he's missed a few big chances as well,
Yeah, he has. Yeah, that header against City, he should have scored.
Yeah, he should have scored that.
The header against City definitely should have scored. He just got far too much on it.
The fact that he's getting into the boxes is great, because that's like a Ginny. That's like a Ginny travel into the box, in it, scoring an important goal. He should have scored that. He really should have scored that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that was one of the biggest chances in the game, if I'm honest. No one talks about that really.
He's got the same number of goals as Rashford, Talk about got more goals than Man United. I didn't realise till yesterday that apparently Luton have scored more goals in the Premier League than Man United. That's mad. That's mad.
There's only one team in the Premier League that's had more shots at them than Man United, and that's Sheffield United. Did you know that?
Yeah,
That's
Norwich.
nuts. That's
Good.
nuts.
We need to smash them on Sunday. There's no doubt.
We need to smash them.
Yeah. But yes, Szoboszlai, it's a weird one because he's definitely a great footballer. He's going to be a fantastic footballer. Us. He's just taking longer to settle for me than McAllister because McAllister's played a couple of years in the Premier League. You know, he's already settled in England and this way of life and the Premier League and all that. So it's easy for him. Szoboszlai, it's all new to him. So he's taking his time to settle in. But I see a great future for Dominic Szoboszlai at Liverpool. I have no worries about it at all. And as I say, he's a goal-scoring midfielder and we need them. But there's a midfielder, I think, who's been better than Szoboszlai this season. That's Harvey Elliott. And Harvey Elliott, for some reason, got this... He just hasn't got that love behind him like a lot of other players have got, have they? And I don't know what it is. You know, he's only 20 years of age, yeah? I think he's younger than Kwanzaa. I think Kwanzaa's 21, ain't he?
Yeah, he's younger than Kwanzaa.
Yes, and he's made 106 games for Liverpool now at 20. He's vital to Jurgen Klopp. Klopp loves him. It's very obvious. You know, he doesn't always start games, but he does play matches. You know, he does appear in every Liverpool game, even if it's starting or off the subs bench. He makes appearances. And I think Harvey's had a good season, man. His pressing is excellent. His pressing is fantastic. He's looking more like a midfielder now for me than he has been for a while. He's technically a decent little footballer. He can get a shot off. He's actually got quite a decent cross as well from that right hand side. That little dink cross he does.
Yeah, I think he's learned that off Endo, you know.
Yeah, he just does it better. You know,
yeah, he does it better.
He's got that nice little dink cross off the right hand side. He's actually got quite a good final ball. What's missing out of the only thing that's missing out of Harvey's game is just more numbers. That's what I need now from Harvey. He's got everything to his game for me. He just needs to produce a little bit more numbers at the other end of the pitch, a few more assists, a few more goals to his game, and I think we've got a really, really, really good player for the next few years in Harvey Elliott, K-Mac.
He's played over 150 games now in his career. He's 20 years old. He's always got 85 to 90 pass completion in every game. Like, for me, the next manager, if he doesn't see Harvey as a number 10, if they play number 10, then they're blind, because he's got absolutely everything in football IQ to be a really, really special player. He really has. He hasn't got pace, but you don't need to have pace in the number 10 position. You need to have skill. You need to be able to have ball control. You need to be able to hold the ball, always get the ball to the right player, be quick. He's great with all of that. He's got a good shot on him. He's got a good pass on him. I really think he can come on leaps and bounds as a number 10, and the new manager has to be looking at that. If it's Xabi Alonso, then there's no doubt that he's going to be looking at a couple of our players for number 10 position. Harvey Elliott's been sensational, and the energy he's got is unreal. He never stops running, and never stops hiding. He's always wanting the ball. He always shows up, always makes himself available every single time. I just think he's a real gem. He really is a great player. We got a few of them, by the way, coming through. In Bobby Clark, McConnell, all look really good players as well for the future in that midfield.
Definitely.
Told you about Bobby Clark, by the way.
Yeah, Bobby Clark. Well, we're going to talk about Bobby Clark. We got Football Content Factory. I appreciate it, man. Anytime, man. I remember you were getting your YouTube video off the ground last year, and hope you're doing all right, man. Big up to you, fella. Big up to you. There's another midfielder. Before I get to the youngsters, I just want to talk about Curtis Jones as well, because Curtis Jones, you know, year or so ago coming under a lot of criticism from, the fan base as well. What does Curtis? And I think Curtis has been excellent this season as well, really grown into the role. I think the last 10 games of last season, I thought he was very good as well. Another youngster, a little bit older than Harvey, so he has a bit more to his game at the moment. But again, Curtis Jones, very important to his Liverpool team as well. They're young guys. Curtis, Harvey, they're the future. They're the future. A few years' time, we look at these players and go, thank God we got them. People just got to be patient. Are they better? I think it's because the way people look at football, you see someone like Phil Foden is roughly the same age, yeah? And was doing it at
24.
the time.
Foden's 24 now.
Yeah, but if you look at Phil Foden when he was like 20, 21, 22, he was obviously a talent. And people look, right, he's not as good as Phil Foden. No, he ain't as good as Phil Foden. Harvey and Curtis are not as good as Phil Foden. But Phil Foden is an incredible footballer. That don't mean Harvey and Curtis are not good as well. This is what we got to stop doing as football fans, comparing. Phil Foden is an incredibly talented footballer. Jude Bellingham is an incredibly talented footballer. And they're, of that age gap. It doesn't mean Curtis and Harvey Elliott are not good footballers. This is something we have got to stop doing in football terms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Foden is a generational talent. Trent is a generational talent. Rashford was a generational talent. You know what I mean? Like, these guys were generational talents, like playing for their international team, scoring bags of goals, winning trophies. Like, that's what these. Obviously, Rashford hasn't for Man United. Sorry, I'll take that one back. Saka's a generational talent. Okay, I'll change the person. Curtis Jones isn't a generational talent. Like, Elliott isn't a generational talent. They're very good players, but these guys are very special, and they could go into any team and be a great player in their team. Curtis Jones and Elliott, they wouldn't, they probably wouldn't go to a Real Madrid. You know what I mean? But these guys could. That's kind of where the point I'm making there. That makes sense.
I get it, man. I get it. I think Phil Foden.
I tell you what, Phil Foden needs to stop that bloody celebration, idiot. Like, the amount of wars going on now, and he's doing sniper shit.
The gun celebration.
Idiot.
Yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't got called out.
Is he getting fined for that? Like, Sterling got absolutely rinsed for it.
Yeah, but we know the reason why there, don't we?
Yeah. 115 reasons.
Yeah. Like, it's just, Phil
He's
Foden,
a role model. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Phil Foden could probably play in any midfield in Europe at the moment. He's that good. It's just the way it is. But as I said, it doesn't mean Harvey and Curtis are not good footballers. This is what we've got to stop doing as fans. It really drives me mad. It drives me mad.
It's not against Gomez.
Yeah, because a certain player
he had him in his back pocket.
Yeah, it's madness.
Nothing in that game.
Yeah, Gomez again. Tremendous. Liverpool are just having a tremendous season. Now, obviously, while I was away, there was other news breaking, and the picture behind K-Mac says it also. Obviously, Michael Edwards is back. The man's back. He is going to be running. He's basically CEO. He's taken Mike Gordon's job. So Mike Gordon basically offered, the only way to get Edwards back was offering him his job. So, that's that. It's funny,
I think Gordon wanted to retire, to be fair.
Yeah, it is funny that FSG wanted them back so badly. But I'm not going to get into conspiracy. This ain't conspiracy hour. I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
Okay, I'm not saying that either.
Let's leave it down. Let's leave it till next season and see what happens. But Mark Edwards, who's back at Liverpool, I don't get. There's some people are now saying they don't rate Mark Edwards as much because it's all Klopp's doing, and it's just madness to me.
It's madness.
Michael Edwards became sporting director in 2016. Before that, he was part of the data analytics team looking at players. By 2016, he was actually the sporting director who could have the final say on the players. It's a different role. Yeah, he was one of the people in that team that spotted Bobby Firmino, but he wasn't the sporting director that went and got him. But he's one of the people that spotted him.
He was also the guy. He was also the guy that recommended Virgil van Dijk. By the way,
he's also the guy that told FSG to go and get Jurgen Klopp. He's also the guy that told FSG to get Jurgen Klopp.
Yep.
When Brendan Rodgers was still manager.
Yep.
Brendan Rodgers was still manager. He went, look, Brendan's not working out. Jurgen ain't got a job. He's the man to get he will suit Liverpool down to a T. And FSG went and got him. That's why FSG want him in, because they trust Edwards completely. You know, his track record is proof. Yeah, has he bought duds before? Yeah, no one's perfect. Everyone buys duds. It happens. You get a player like Naby Keita who thinks going to be excellent, and he just doesn't work out. It's what it is.
Even
Sometimes,
mate, everything for Naby Keita added up for me. Like, he had an incredible season before we signed him.
yeah.
Have a look on YouTube the goals that he scored in that Leipzig team the season before we signed him. He was mental.
If you look at it like that, Naby was a good signing, but it didn't work out. Says Canton as a dud. It is what it is. It happens. But look, he's back in charge. He's running the football club, basically. He's the CEO of Liverpool. He's not the CEO of Liverpool Football Club. He's the CEO of only the CEO of
Football
FSG.
Group.
The football group of FSG.
Yeah.
So he basically is part of FSG. That is
he
what
runs
he
Liverpool,
is
but he'll also run any clubs that
he
we
works
buy.
for FSG. That's what he does.
Yeah.
So FSG ball member meetings now and shit like that. He's part of it. He's literally
also
in the
got
fabric
shares.
of FSG.
He got offered
And
shares
it's like,
as well.
you know, and people said that Mike Webb was left because he didn't like FSG being tight and all that. Not particularly true, is it? He's got shares in FSG that only LeBron James had before that. He's their man.
It's an American thing,
though.
That is an American thing, though. The shares thing. Like, I've looked into that. That's what a lot of American companies do. They give their board members shares. Yeah.
Yeah, because it goes on the
and
stock.
why not? Our shares are worth a fucking fortune.
Yeah, if I could afford it, I'd have a share, you know what I mean? But look, he's going to be running our football club. By the look of it, I don't know about you, K-Mac, because we haven't spoke about it because I've been away, but by the look of it, what's going down right now is that FSG will run the football club like a franchise. That's what it'll be. And they're employing people to run the day-to-day running of Liverpool Football Club. So by the look of it, Michael Edwards will come in to run the football club and everything analytically in the football club. He'll look at the data. He'll be running all data, the program, all this sort of stuff. Is Michael Edwards is going to be running. Michael Edwards is then, by a lot of it, go to employ the new sporting director, which is it Richard Hughes' his name, which is from Bournemouth.
That guy.
Yeah, who I didn't realise this. I've been reading into him. I did not realise how actual informative Richard Hughes actually is. So it looks like it's going to be a great appointment.
Yeah.
And then together they're going to be looking at the new manager. We could be going into next summer with Michael Edwards back in at Liverpool as the CEO of Liverpool Football Club, running everything from that position, with Richard Hughes, who he works very well with, who knows, who's friends with, and there'll be a great partnership behind the scenes on the transfer side of thing. And then Xabi Alonso as a new manager, hopefully. That could be the new Liverpool next season. I don't think you can get... I don't know what FSG can do any better than that to replace Jurgen Klopp, K-Mac, in my opinion.
I agree. I don't think you could. Getting Michael Edwards back was it's pivotal, like, because you want to keep the continuity. You don't want to do what Arsenal and Man United did by losing David Dean and Mike Gill? David Gill.
David Gill, weren't it?
Yeah,
Alex Ferguson always rates Gill. He said he was the man, wasn't he?
They lost their director of football, or their CEO, or whatever they're called, and it was a massive mistake by both those clubs. We've got the guy back that basically ran the show under Klopp for many years, and if we're getting a director of football,
Piers Brosnan. Sorry, it does look like Piers Brosnan.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, it does. Fair enough. He scored the winner against us in an FA Cup as well. You know, when he played for Portsmouth. Just a fact, not a fun fact, but a fact. Yeah. So getting Richard Hughes in is a guy that Edwards knows and trusts, which is great, because that's kind of what you need when you want someone to manage your your transfers and all of that kind of stuff, and some of the players that Richard Hughes has got, like there's a lot of players from Bournemouth who've gone on to do good things, and he signed a lot of good players for Bournemouth as well, and he was also at Southampton before that as well. So he's worked with good academies as well. And the thing about it as well, which I kind of looked into a bit, is there is an element of Klopp being old school, and that's why maybe it didn't work out as well with Edwards, because Klopp might not have ever really worked with a director of football before, to an extent where he has so much say, as in the director of football, and the manager just manages the team. Klopp obviously wanted more power and he wanted to do more things, and FSG gave him that because that's just a natural thing that you do when your manager's winning, when things are going really well. And obviously it didn't work out with a pair of them. Xabi Alonso has basically been brought up as a manager and a coach working under a director of football. So having him, he's just going to do that job. Xabi's not going to want the power. He's not going to want to manage all the other stuff which Klopp dealt with. Klopp probably gave the rota to the tea lady at one stage. You know what I mean? He was involved in so much. Xavi's not going to want to do that. He's just going to want to concentrate on the team. And I think that dynamic would work really well with those three. And what I will say as well, and I've said this on a couple of shows, is everybody talked about Klopp being the modern day Shankly. Our next manager could be the Fagan or the Paisley. How many trophies did we win with the next group of managers that we had after Shankly? We won treble the amount. Like, our dynasty can start from now on, and look at where we are. We're placed right at the top now. Yeah. I just think it's really exciting times for Liverpool, and we should be all excited about what's going to happen with the future.
No, I agree, man. Look,
and,
we don't know.
And I'll miss Klopp. And we will all
definitely.
miss Klopp.
Klopp's going to be a legend.
We will all miss Klopp.
I don't know who the manager's going
to
be
next Dwight
season.
York, for some mad reason, thinks that Klopp's coming back in 2 years. He said it on beIN Sports. I watched it with Richard Keys. He goes, "I've got a sneaky surprise. He's coming back in 2 years." And they were like, "How do you know that?" And he goes, I'm not going to say. And I was just like, "Shut up, York." Ex-Man United player, like, you're going to know.
I think when Klopp leaves. But
yeah,
I think that I actually think at the moment, with everything going on behind the scenes, with Mike Edwards coming back, with Richard Hughes, like he's going to be sporting director. I actually think at this moment in time they're trying to persuade Klopp to stay. I actually think, I don't know if they're looking so much for a new manager right now. No worries, Hammett. I think I think if they're looking, but Almiron, yeah, Alonso for me is above Almiron in the order. That's who I want personally, but come might see. I don't want De Zerbi. Don't want De Zerbi. Almiron, the German manager right now, the German national team manager right now. I can see that as well.
Nagelsmann's second choice, I think.
I can see that because of the profile. Thomas Frank, I could see because of the profile. I just feel like I think Liverpool are trying to keep Jurgen Klopp. I'd literally just do what Chris Pajak said on Red Ben TV. Give him an open contract, put it under his hotel door, and sign whatever you want. You don't want to do press interviews? Don't worry, we'll just get Pep Linders to do it. How much money you want to, just give him what he wants, because it's you look at Jurgen right now and I'm thinking, why do you want to leave? Like, honestly, why do you want to leave? You obviously, the love he's got for this football club looks like it grows every day. It just looks like it grows every day. It's like, why do you want to leave? You've got these young boys coming through that he absolutely adores. That didn't sound good as first thought. But you got the youth team coming through that he absolutely loves. He's got players there that he absolutely loves. If Klopp stays, I guarantee you right now, Virgil and all that sign new contracts anyway because of Jurgen. Doesn't matter.
Can I
It
drop
feels
a
like that's what they want to
conspiracy
do.
in there?
But I think Jurgen has made up his mind he wants to leave. So I think they're going to keep trying. And when Jurgen Fischer goes, I do not want to stay, I'm going, then that's when they're appointing their new manager.
Can I drop a conspiracy theory in there?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so just think of it like this. So Klopp's burnt out because he was doing too much. Yeah. He was doing too much because he was taking a lot of the work that Edwards wanted to do away from him. That's what he was doing. He was doing a lot more of the director of football stuff, and he was probably doing a lot more of the COO stuff because Klopp is an old school manager who knows how to do all of that work.
Yeah.
Xabi Alonso doesn't know how to do any of that work because he's never done it before. But what if they've got Edwards in to take away that workload from Klopp? And now they're approaching Klopp. And that's why this manager stuff hasn't come out. And they're now in negotiations with Klopp saying, Jürgen, we've got Edwards back. You can do 50% now. Like, all you need to do is focus on the team. Like, Edwards is back. He's going to run the show. And then you've got your director of football in Richard Hughes. He can do more stuff now. Like, you can now relax and just be a coach. Like, and I'm just saying, conspiracy theory or not, but if Klopp does sign a new contract, this is probably the best time he can, because he will have a lot less to do because we've got more people in the club that can take away that work from him now, and he didn't trust other people. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe. I mean, it's a weird one because
That would be perfect.
Because Pep Linders is leaving as well. I always assumed that Jurgen was grooming Pep Linders to be the new manager of Liverpool Football Club. You know, that's what I always assumed that was going to happen. And if we want everything to continue, maybe Pep Linders is the man to take over. If you want everything to continue, keep the same things going on behind the scenes with Mark Edwards back and then Richard Hughes as sporting director, and you just leave Linders in charge, maybe, you know, behind the scenes.
Someone just wrote, Klopp, are you listening?
You know, that just seems to make sense. But Pep Linders is leaving, Kravitz is leaving. They're all leaving, and
I'm surprised Matos is leaving. Like, he's the academy guy.
It's
like,
just
keep him.
It's something's not quite right. We'll probably never know what it is, but when you look at it right now, he doesn't look like
it was interesting Klopp talking about Edwards as well, because he didn't have any bad bloods.
Well,
he didn't say anything in particular though.
We get on.
Said, we talked.
We get on in a job sense is basically what you said.
Yeah, well, obviously they didn't.
Yeah, I think
because he left because of that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing, you know. I mean, I've gone back and read Edwards' stuff, and on it, you know, Edwards said he left because he always wanted to leave after 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
He thought 10 years was enough, and he wanted to leave. You know, and he never he saw himself as something bigger than just a sporting director.
Well,
he saw himself something bigger, and he is now. That's why he knocked Liverpool back in the first place. It's not that he wanted to come back and didn't want to come back to the football club. Everyone's got to remember he knocked Chelsea back last summer,
and Man United,
and he knocked Man United back. He didn't want to be a sporting director no more. He wanted a bigger piece of the pie. He basically wants Michael Edwards wants to run a multifunctional football team that's got two teams. He wants his own team, and that's by the sounds of it what FSG are doing. So by the look of it, FSG are looking for another team, ain't they? Somewhere in the continent, they want a second team, like all the teams have got now. It's the thing to do.
I think
Julian Ward's to run that team.
I think Julian Ward's working over in South America now.
Yeah, apparently
looking at South American clubs. So I think we may end up getting South American club and probably a French club. I think Sochaux is a club that we're looking at because they've been relegated.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got
good history as well.
They want a team where you can loan players out to that team, like the Red Bull thing. That's what they want, ain't it? And it's what a lot of teams do. You know, City have got it with Girona in Spain.
Yeah,
and they got it. Is it with New York?
Yeah,
Football Club or whatever it is,
Yeah.
New York FC or whatever it is. So that's their teams there, and they got players that link over, and it's the way
Remember
to do it
David
now.
Villa? Do you remember David Villa went, and Lampard did as well. They went from Man City to New York.
It's the
New York
way
City.
it's the way it's done there. So yeah, mate, we'll talk about that in another video, guys. But look, that was my video coming back after my mini break. So loads to talk about there, guys. Appreciate everyone here. Don't forget to smash the likes.
Can I just give you some? Can I just give a big kudos to and a big shout out to Queven Keller, Big Kev. And can I just give you some stats on him before I go, because the guy is just insane. Okay, so I've just done a couple of stats on Keller. He's just bonkers. So 27 of the last 30 shots on target he's saved. That's 90% of shots on goal he's saved at the moment. Two goals in the last 17 big chances have been scored past him. Absolute bonkers. 7 out of 9 saves have been big saves, like huge saves, and the XG that he saved us per game has been an actual goal in the games that he's played this season. He's been absolutely incredible for us this season. And you talk about the Tottenham goalkeeper. I think if Keller had played from the start of the season, I think Keller's the goalie of the year. I do. And I also think we concede less goals the whole year than any other. He'd have more clean sheets. Honestly, he's just getting better. He gets better.
He's definitely been good. There's no doubt about it. He's a machine at the moment. There's no doubt. Guys, we'll have more chat about this sort of stuff with Kelleher and all that, and more stuff to talk about in the weeks.
I did some numbers on him, so I wanted to mention it. So.
No, yeah, go for it, man. Appreciate it. But big up to everyone. Thank you very much for the memberships from the Herbsman. Big up to you. Football Content Factory and the Super Chats as well. We do appreciate over here, guys. Don't forget to go and hit the likes, hit the subscribes. Appreciate the love. Thank you very much. And we'll catch you again soon.
There you go.